for the tears. Thank you for the moments that we hold dear. Thank you for the love, thank you for the light. I'm grateful every day.
Hello everybody, welcome to Make Dreams Happen podcast episode 9. So I'm super happy today. I'm here with Julie. I talked about her like 2 weeks ago. And how are you, Julie?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So how are you feeling today? How was your week? Tell us about you.
Feeling good, super busy, but like the rhythm that I like to be in. So just very busy. So
Awesome, perfect. Julie, let me tell you guys, she has 14 plus years of leadership experience. Also, she is the first person in his family to graduate from college. That's huge. And also, she's a proud Mexican American woman, and
Yes.
she's a proud mom.
Mom, my favorite title of all.
That's what mom say all the time. That's her favorite title. So awesome. Tell us more about you. I know that how they said before, you have like 14-year plus experience in leadership, and also you're working in one of the biggest company here in Arizona, and I would say United States.
Yeah.
As a leader, how been that journey? How that start for you? How that like ignite or like it's a chispa?
Yeah.
Start.
It's been an exciting journey. It's been it's had its complications, but it's been good overall. Started in leadership very early in my career. I was going to college for organizational leadership. I kind of just worked my way up in my last role that I was in, and just kind of like worked through that, built up my skills. Really enjoyed being in a leadership position, being able to help people in their development in their career, like being able to like help them get to a better place and just like motivate, coach, and train. And yeah.
That's awesome. What is the thing that you like the most to be a leader?
I think it's the like I mentioned, I think it's like the ability to be able to inspire somebody to be able to help them grow in their career. I think like one of the biggest things or responsibilities that I take out of being a leader is like when somebody comes to you, when they start with me, I want them to leave in a better position than when they started with me. That means like further into their career, having more clarity in what they want to do in the future, and just like being able to just, be the best that they can be and being able to inspire that.
So you do that. Let me tell you, Julie has this energy. She's always like, I don't know how she get this energy or where do you get that energy from. So she was always like, yeah, come on. It was 6 a.m. in the morning and I was like, oh my God, Julie, how can I do that? It's too early. But that energy was like, you convey that energy to everybody. You may feel everybody with that energy. That's awesome that you do that. Where do you get that energy from?
Thank you. Not caffeine for sure. I wasn't drinking coffee at that time. So no caffeine then. I think for me, my like responsibility as a leader is like when I show up at work, I want to make sure that I'm demonstrating positivity. I'm being able to lead with that. And I think like for me, the biggest thing is like if I'm not showing up like happy or in a positive mood, at that point, I probably have to reevaluate if I should even be like doing what I'm doing and maybe thinking about retiring and moving on to something else. But like positivity and just like showing up like happy, you have a responsibility as a leader to be able to give that to your people. So
yeah, and you inspire a lot of people, and I think that's part of the leader, to inspire, to motivate, and work together with your team. So, and that leads me to my to another question that I have. So, because a lot of people confuse manager with a leader. For you, what is the difference between a leader and a manager?
Yeah, I think for a manager, I think anybody can be a manager if they really wanted to. I think it would be more of like a person who can you can give them a list of things and you can have people do them. And I think with a leader, like the difference is like you lead with a drive to want to like inspire others, to like be able to grow them, be able to train them, be able to work alongside them, and just like help pour into them. And I think that's where like you see the difference is like leaders inspire, where managers might just, it might be a different
It's just I think in my own point of view is like managers are just like numbers. You have to keep this number, and the leaders, like how to say, work together. They pull the rope together with the team to achieve a goal, and also to everybody celebrate together and do that. And I think you do that.
Yeah.
You do that. So it's like it's awesome to hear always about Julie. Very positive always about you. That's awesome. That's great.
Thank you.
So, and another thing that I didn't know, I just find out today, you're Mexican American.
Yes.
American, sorry, but you were born in Mexico.
Correct. So my family and I immigrated from Mexico when I was 2 years old. So been here in the U.S. since then. Went to school here, not knowing how to speak English, going into kindergarten, and then learned it. I was like, what are all these people saying? So that's why I'm like inspired by you too. In that when I first met you, I was like, oh my god, you've only been here how many years, and you speak the language, and you're working at this company.
I was barely speaking
English. You were doing great. I would not have been able to get away with that. So.
But that's awesome to know that you, as a Latina, like a pro Latina, like you say, I'm in this like position, a leadership position in this big company. So, and also you are the first person in your family to graduate from college. Tell me more about that.
Yeah.
Of your journey, how was when you finally get your degree?
Yeah. I think like I was like you mentioned, like the first in my family, so a lot of it was scaring. There was like fear in it. There was really not a roadmap. Nobody else in my family had gone, so a lot of the things that I was doing were like new. And yeah, like navigating it, like looking back at it now, like I'm very proud of like being able to get to that. Though at the time I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? This is hard, but yeah, it was just a really good.
But what inspired you to? What was the motivation to do it? To be the first person in your family?
Well, like my dad came to this country with wanting to provide a better life for all of us, and I think for me, like in the back of my mind, I never forgot about that. I wanted to make him proud, and I wanted him to see like, oh my gosh, one of them is graduating from college. So that, and like the other biggest like driver has also been like, my daughter, making sure that she has somebody that she can look up just with the same admiration that I've always looked at my dad for, like for bringing us to this country and being able to provide a better life. Like I hope my daughter like looks up to me the same way someday.
I'm sure she does.
Thank you. So yeah, I think like that's been the biggest thing, like family, like being able to make them proud. So
awesome. And so you said something about you were afraid and feared. How do you overcome those fears during that journey?
Yeah, I think like the greatest thing about like being Latinos, like we're so supportive. Like we are big on family. We're like there cheering each other on, and I think in the like hard times, my family never let me forget that I had support. Like there was times where I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, and they're like, yeah, you got to do this. And for me, it was like, hey, I have to keep on going because there's people that are like looking at me who like believe in me, and like it helped me find that inspiration within myself to be able to do that. So
yeah, that's like demonstrated. We always like people need like motivation, and we always need that like on our back saying, hey, you can do it, keep going. It's gonna be hard, but you're gonna do it, and to the end of your journey, you're gonna feel that release. I made it.
Yes, that was definitely the feeling. That whole week leading up to graduation was emotional. I think my graduation party, I had gotten mariachi for my dad, and I dedicated my degree to him because it was like I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for my parents. If it wasn't, for everything that they've done for me. I've had things that I've had to like overcome, or just being a single teenage mom was hard. So they never let me not feel like I didn't have support. They were always there, like encouraging
awesome.
me. So
yeah, we always need like parents and people that are there to be our cheerleader. So,
Yeah.
and you're doing that now because you, as a leader, you have to inspire people and motivate people to. And you as a Latina, and especially being the first person in your family to graduate from college, that's like, I think you're gonna inspire a lot of people, and especially Latino, that we come to this country. Like you say, your father came to this country to give you a better life, and you're like showing that just you're a leader now. You're in a nice company, so you're helping others too, and that inspires me. And I'm so proud of you because how do I say, for my understanding, you were like, because there's the Latino that are born here, and the Latino that we came from another country. So and I feel so like awesome to know that you like now are achieving you achieve your goal, and now you're helping another people to achieve their goal. That's awesome. And another thing that I know, because you don't only do that inside where you work now, you also do that outside. Tell me more about that, because I know that you are how to say, a proud Mexican.
Yeah. Proud Latina.
A proud
Latina woman.
A proud Latina woman, and also like you like to empower people too. Tell me more about it.
Yeah. I love to like network with other Latinas. There's actually two networking groups that I like to join. One of them is Amor Amigas, and then the other one is Mujeron.
I like that. Mujeron.
It's so empowering. It's just like, oh
I
my
remember
gosh.
you were wearing that shirt to say Mujeron, and I say there's a song that is called Mujeron.
Yeah, that was actually one of like, they do an event here at the W in Scottsdale every year, and I think like in those events, like it's opportunities for me to fill my cup, but also fill the cups of other Latinas, because during those times, like, we're able to like get inspired with each other's like stories, but also like be able to like connect each other with like opportunities that we might not be able to do so if we're not in the same room together. So if there's anything I can ever offer to another person that I'm networking in there with, I will, or vice versa. Like, they would set me up. I've also worked with a confidence coach before that I've met at one of those events before.
Nice.
Because like, I didn't even know that was like a thing. So I was like
coaching. Yes.
Yeah.
I got my life coaching certification like 2 months ago. Yes,
That's
it's a
awesome.
thing.
Yeah, like, and you don't know that unless you get out there and you put yourself out there. And it's one of the speakers that was speaking at one of those events was a self-confidence coach, and I was like, I am so much in awe. If you can help me with what you do, like, I would love to like be a part of it.
But it's funny too, because you as a leader, you do that.
Thank you.
You don't know that, but you're doing that.
Thank you.
You're when you're like helping and you're talking, that's one-on-one. So it's like you ensuring that people, you can do it, you can achieve the goal. So it's on you, and you, without even realizing, you're doing that, because that's the word of a leader too.
Yeah, and I hope that's what I bring to other people. I would hope, like, in my career, and the day I'm not, like I said, I will retire the hat. I will look at something else, but in the meantime, like, I just want to show up and be the best I can.
And that makes you happy.
Yeah, that's super happy. I'm excited. I am jamming out at 6 o'clock in the morning, driving to work, and I'm like already thinking of like, oh, I have this idea and I have that idea, like. It never stops.
That's awesome, because I always say something, just do what you like to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what other people say or what other people, Julie, like, it's coming. If you like that, it's like, just do it. So, and that makes you happy, and when you like happy, you like get that energy to everybody, and you may feel other people also happy too, and that's awesome too. So I know that, and I know that you also talking about Proud Latina. You are the only Latina leader in your department. Mm-hmm. That's awesome too. How's that been, you as a Latina, to work in a leadership position in companies and corporate and any job that you had, especially now in this big company?
I feel like very like proud. I feel very like happy, and like very like, I take the role very seriously, and I think for me, like, the big reason why is because, like, throughout my career, there was a little bit of a lack of representation. So to be able to be in that place now and like be able to be the person that I didn't see early on in my career and be able to inspire somebody else, like that's super important to me. And I want to make sure that I live up to that and I inspire somebody else, that somebody else can look at me and say, wow, if she can do it, I can do it. So yeah, just really great feeling.
That's that's awesome.
Yeah.
And super like because I didn't know any like beside Julie, the good tea leader, and now I know more about you, and that's awesome. And I'm glad that you accepted my invitation to come because more people are gonna know about you and gonna feel more inspired about your story, and so and that's great. What is you like? I will ask you, what is your like message to all those Latinos that like me that came to this country and they are like they are afraid to go for their dreams because first of all they don't speak English or they feel that their English is not that good, and also because they by themselves or they feeling that this they're in a new how to say in a new world because when you come to this country is a different world.
Yeah. I think like the biggest thing that I would say was like don't stop believing in yourself. I have firsthand been able to see what you can do when you set your mind to something, and I don't mean myself. I mean, you know, I look at my dad and I see that. I see somebody who came here with a family, not knowing the language, worked his way up also into leadership positions, and like seeing him, like I will tell you, I think he is the smartest, most knowledgeable, most professional, most everything person in the world. And I think like when you have those doubts in yourself, remember that there is somebody else that's looking up to you, who's looking at your journey and is getting inspired by what you do. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. And if you believe in yourself, you're capable of doing anything. And I think like thinking back also to like just like being a Latino in general is like we put our heart and we put our passion into everything, and it's like
that's true.
That's something that makes us like so unique. Like we lead with that, and I think it's like that's what makes you different too. Is like that's what makes you different, and that's what also makes you stand out. Is the fact that you lead with that, and if people see that and you keep on sharing that, you'll go many places.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because I've been working on myself also a lot about like feel more confident about me. Because before I didn't like I had that I was super scary and afraid to speak with other people, especially in my work, because I say I had a thick accent. I don't always pronounce the word in the right way, but now I had understand that that's made me who I am, and I embrace that. And when people see that you're trying and you're putting like that effort to be better and do better, they like nobody's gonna say nothing about you.
No, and if they do, it's somebody that might see like that lack of confidence in themselves. To me, like if I were to see that, like I said, I was super inspired by you when I met you, and I'm like, wow, I could never do that. I could never, have the journey that you had, and like be able to like be so brave about it.
Yeah, that's hilarious because when I met you the first time. You were shadowing me, and that was the first time that I was doing that. Because I remember at that time, Marquisha was my leader, and she say, "Do you want to shadow the new team leader?" And I was like, I don't know if she's gonna be able to understand what I say. And she was like, "Shut up, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it." And I was like, "Okay." And I did.
But you can never tell, and it's like you showed up as yourself, right? Like you were brave and you did what needed to get done.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes we as a human, we are the one who like create that movie inside our head and inside of head. So not earth or head. So and I something that you said early about your group, did you say that you had a manifestation in the early of the day that it was like, and you picked one word, it was fearless.
Fearless, that was my manifestation for this year. One of the events that I went to this year, it's like all of the women in the room were asked to pick a word that they wanted to live in for the year. And I'm like hearing all these like great words from everybody, and I'm like, fearless. Like, I want to be fearless, and like every time I'm like doubting myself, I'm like, nope, Julie, you said you were gonna be fearless, so you better walk that walk, because that makes me go back to like that room full of Latinas, and I'm like, they're all cheering me on. They're all living in their words. I have a responsibility to live in my word as well. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and I'm so happy that you picked that word like fearless, because in like two episodes ago, I talked that fear is the thing that stop us to achieve our goal or go for it, or like to achieve our like dreams.
Yeah.
Because we are afraid. Oh, what is I fail? What is something that doesn't go in the way that I wanted, or what the other people are gonna say? That fear stop you for what you want to do, and stop you to be happy too.
Yep. Yeah. I think I relate that to like that fear also to like imposter syndrome. I think I feel that sometimes too. I'm like, oh gosh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not the one that should be here. And sometimes I have to stop myself and be like, no, you are here. Okay, look back at what you've done. You're okay. Keep on going. And I guess like also like having maybe like a word or a manifestation of like, hey, I said I was going to be this person. I'm going to be this person.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you have to believe in yourself, because how to say we are capable to do whatever we want. So, and sometimes failures is I won't say sometimes. I say failure is an opportunity to grow. So, and my journey in this company, I had high lows, and I had a low time in my career, and I learned from that. It was hard at the beginning. I was feeling like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So then I started learning about coaching, about like mindset, and they say, no, this one is a lesson, and learning opportunity to me to believe in myself and take that as an opportunity to do something that I really want to do. And that's when I decided, you know what? I like to help people. I like to inspire people, and I want to do this podcast, and I want to also like get my certification as a like coach, and I did, and I'm doing something that I really like. And now I enjoy my when I go to work, I really love, and my energy is different, and I feel like I really like to do this. Yeah. So, and when you like to do what you're doing, and you're grateful what you do, more things are coming, and that's something that that you show that again in your work, what you do, because you always like happy, you always like super positive, and you had a lot of like something that she didn't say. You had a lot of like recognition where you in the company that you work right now.
Yeah.
Because the last time that I was in your floor, I see like, oh wow, Julie has a lot of like hours hearing her this.
Yeah, and I think like that makes me like the awards are nice, and they make me feel really good. I think it's like also like what I most like take out of it though is like, wow, like I've built skills up. I've like continued to build reps up to get where I am today, and like that makes me like proud is like the work that's been done leading up to the awards, not so much the awards. The awards are nice. I won't lie. It's nice to be recognized, but I think it's like the work that you put in yourself that you're like, I did that. I didn't think I could do that. You know?
But you did.
Yeah. And I think with you and in your journey, like for somebody to be able to like pick themselves up and say, I'm gonna keep on going, like that's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Like how you it's not what you do, it's not how you feel in that moment, it's what you do to overcome that. Yeah. And like also know that I'm proud of you for that.
Oh, thank you.
That's like
I appreciate it. So everything that you say is a journey, even though when you were like in like taking your classes to get your degree, you said there were moments for you that you were afraid, and I believe there were moments that were low too, and you were like, oh no, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But you overcame those fears.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of moments where I doubted myself, and there was a lot of times where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this. But we made it out. I think that's the good part about it too, is like the journey, and then what happens as a result of like the journey.
Yeah, so. To the end. Don't think it's like I had something that I had learned. don't think too much on the outcome.
Yeah.
Because now you're gonna lose like track.
Yeah.
So and you're gonna start like worrying. All those movies that we create in our minds are coming, and that's make you like be afraid or have fear that are gonna stop you to achieve your goal.
For sure. Yeah. No, for sure.
So awesome. I had another question for you. What is the biggest lesson that you have learned from to being a leader?
I think. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, let me think about this for a second. Wow, I hadn't thought of it. That's a deep question. I think like biggest lesson has been of like. Oh wow, I'm trying to think of part of this one. There's been so many of them. I think the biggest ones is like trust the process, trust yourself, trust like if you can't trust yourself, how will you lead others to like trust you? And I think like that's a big part of the role too, is like you do have to show up in like the best version of you. You do have to show up with with some of that confidence. You do have to show up like knowing that you can be a support to somebody else, because if you don't believe that in yourself, others will not believe that as well. So like make sure you show up in like the best you that you can be, so you can be the best you for other people. And also like other big thing is like invest in yourself. Like don't ever think that you are at a place where you don't have the ability to learn or grow. There's always something that you're going to learn and grow. There's always something that you're going to take from other leaders. Like have the curiosity to want to learn from others. Have the ability to stay open, take feedback, grow from it. Like there's so much. I guess it's not one, I guess it's money.
And so it's like what you said the other day, surround yourself with people that you admire and you know that you can learn from them, or they are doing the same thing, or they did the same thing that you want to do.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like learn from others. Like surround yourself with people who are passionate about what they do, and that passion will just spread. So
and don't hear like negative opinion about the other. So because our last episode was about the stop caring about other people say. So and something there's gonna be people also that are gonna say no, don't do that, something like that. Don't hear those voices. That's awesome too. So but that's awesome. Another thing that I want to ask you. So what is next for you?
Next, ooh, that's a good question. I think like for me, I'm still like I still want to grow. I just want to like whatever opportunities become available, whether it's lateral, whether it's like exploring another like another career path. Like I just want to keep on absorbing and growing. So I think it's like whatever it leads me to next, I'm open for it and I'm ready. So who knows, maybe one day it's supporting my daughter with her own business once she decides, what she wants to do. But I think in the meantime, it's just like, I have so much hunger. I just want to keep on learning and keep on growing, and I want to keep inspiring others in the process, and I want to be just living in the best version of myself.
That's good. Yeah, when that resonate that you say living in the best version of yourself, because that's something that I want to do, and I think everybody want to do the same thing, like learn, like be better, and also like to serve. And the way that you're serving others too is awesome, and I think that's for the reason that you're doing so great, because you're doing because you do this because you like it and you enjoy it, and you're not expecting like for like somebody to like something, how to say, en retorno.
Yeah, like something in return.
Yeah, something in return. So that's awesome. But I'm so honestly so grateful to have you here today. So we had a problem earlier, but I'm super happy, honestly, and I really appreciate it. And keep doing what you're doing, Julie. Keep that energy always. Keep that high. That's the thing I was telling the other day. Denise, she was in registration too, and now she's in this department. And she said the thing that I miss from my former department is Julie with her belt.
Causing chaos.
Exactly. So I was like, yeah, Julie and Ursula for sure. They're the one who like keep up that department. So that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
And whenever you want to talk about your like those organization that you have like amigas.
Amor amigas.
Amor amigas.
And mujerón.
And mujerón. You keep going here and we can talk about it more about it. So I really I would love to do that honestly.
Yeah.
I think you as a Latina, especially as a woman, you're gonna inspire a lot of people, and you do that inside your job and outside the world. That's awesome. So teach people that we have to be fearless.
Thank you.
If we want to achieve our goal, we have to be fearless.
And thank you for sharing your gifts with us. I like to call, like, you say you found something that you wanted to do and you feel excited and inspired.
Yeah, I love it. I love to do that.
I would call that your gift. So thank you for sharing your gift with us.
Thank you to share your gift also too and your experience with us. But before we end the episode, I have 3 random questions that I wanna do to you.
Ooh.
The first one is you were president of the universe for one day, and you have to create a law that's gonna last forever. Which will be that goal?
I want it president of the universe, and I want to create something that lasts forever.
Yeah, it's just one law that is gonna last forever. What will be?
I would say like equality for everybody, and what I mean by that is like I want to make sure that everybody is like taken care of and provided for, the people who are less fortunate, the people who might be not in their best like health place, like just to really like, I say like, it might seem cheesy, but like world peace in the sense of like everybody's taken care of, nobody's like battling like diseases or anything like that. Everybody has a roof over their head and just doing good. I think like that's what equality means to me. So.
Yeah, that will be awesome. That's a great law too, and I think we need that, like peace and be like love each other, because love. I think love is the solution for everything.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And the other question that I have for you is, when was the last time that you did something for the first time?
Ooh. Gosh, what was the first time that I did something? Probably last weekend. I had never been... Okay, are we talking career or are we talking personal?
No.
Anything.
Anything.
I think it was like being on a cruise. I think being on a big boat like that, low key, I was very terrified. I was like, all I thought of was the Titanic.
That's good. How was it?
It was good. I didn't get seasick, so we're good.
That's good. That's good. And my last question is like, which book will you recommend to somebody that is struggling in his life, or is struggling to take a decision, and is struggling right now? Which the book that you said that changed your life and you will recommend to somebody to read?
Yeah, I actually got this one as a graduation gift by one of a mentor of mine, who has always inspired me. She even it was actually her book. She dedicated it to me as a graduation gift. She wrote a special note in there, and it's Brene Brown. I believe the title is Daring Greatly. By Brene Brown. That might not be correct, but I can always let you know exactly what it is. But it talks a lot about vulnerability and about showing up and being the person in the arena. And to me that really hit home of hey, it inspired me to want to again be in the best version of myself. And just I remember the message of hers of hey, this is something that I read and it changed me. And for me is that book for sure. It was and anything Brene Brown writes is really amazing. So
That's awesome. Yeah, you need to let me know the exact name of that book,
you got it.
and we're gonna put it here.
Yeah. You got it.
Awesome, perfect. Thank you again, Julie, for coming to be here in our podcast. And remember, guys, wait, is somebody like want to contact you or like follow you?
Yeah.
You have social media?
I do. I am Julie Chavez, so that really complicated thing.
You need to text me that. And
Yeah, I'll send you the handle for that one because nobody would take that name, so I took
Yeah,
it, I
I
took
was
it
like,
proudly.
You know? That's Instagram or
Instagram.
and
Yep.
in Facebook?
Yeah, I keep my Facebook a little bit more personal.
All right, so
Instagram.
All right, perfect. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Awesome. I'm gonna put that one. Send me that.
I will.
And text, and I'm gonna put that information if somebody want to contact you and you
Yeah.
like, because I know that you have Instagram. Ursula told me
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget, guys, to follow me and on Instagram, like Joseph Diaz Official, and also on Facebook. Subscribe to our channel, Make Dreams Happen. Share with your friends. I want to thank my mom for all her support. Thank you. She's always like sharing my videos and also like my family too, my friends. So, and thank you guys for to watching us. The goal of this podcast is always inspire people and let you know that you can achieve whatever you want and you have to be fearless. So, and thank you. We will see you next episode. And thank you, Julie. And the door is open whenever you want to call and talk, whatever you want to inspire more people. That, and you do that every day.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. See you next time.
After, thank you for the tears. Thank you for the moments that we